An insect in amber is an example of body what? And the insect stuck in amber is an example of a fossil, the body fossil, because it has the whole body of the organism. All right, number two, coming up. Hippos and whales blank. There's the hippo, whales. This is basically a cladogram showing how they're related. And they do, according to this chart, share a common ancestor. So they evolved from a common ancestor. Blank are body parts found in two or more similar species and show evidence of evolution. They may have different functions, but um, they're similar parts, but they show evidence of evolution. Homologous structures, yes. A narwhal's ability to spend hours underwater breathing, which helps it survive in its environment, hint, hint, is an example of what? That's an example of an adaptation, something that helps it survive in its environment. All right, DNA, geographic distribution, homologous structures, vestigial structures, and embryos all do what? They all are types of evidence for evolution. No, what do we call a diagram with different branches showing evolutionary relationships? And it shows time when the different organisms evolved. That is a cladogram. Similarities in the early development of dogs and chickens suggest that these organisms share what? And this is another way of saying they are related, that they share this. They share a common ancestor. Yes, a common ancestor. In artificial selection, a scientist selects for the desired traits instead of blank doing it. So this is artificial selection, human interference, basically. So a scientist selects for the desired traits, or a farmer, breeder, rancher, that kind of thing, instead of blank doing it. Yes, instead of nature or the environment doing it. To which of these is a deer least related? So it's least related to a cougar. All of the other organisms listed there are similar to deer in the groups they belong to. All right, in order to mix traits from different organisms, a scientist might try what? All right. The scientist might try artificial selection. How could genetic engineering influence evolution? So basically, this is a little bit strangely worded, but it's how it was on the test. So I wanted to make it like that. It's basically asking, how does genetic engineering occur? Is it through artificial selection, natural selection, both, or neither? If it's genetic engineering, that means it's humans. So that would make it artificial selection. What is necessary for speciation to occur? So formation of new species, what has to occur? Separation of breeding populations. So your populations have to have some kind of boundary for some reason. Could be a physical boundary or something like a time boundary, but something to separate them so they are not breeding together. How do diseases influence evolution? So this is another question, kind of like that other one. Basically, how do diseases occur? Through natural selection, artificial selection, or neither? And diseases are natural, so that's through natural selection. Fossils of intermediate forms, which kind of are like a blend or a mixture of two species, are evidence of what? Which type of evolution? Or both or neither? When there are intermediate forms that look like a blend, that would be gradualism. The gradualism is what gives you the blend. The punctuated equilibrium would make it change all of a sudden in a big way. And then maybe nothing would happen for a while. And then another big change. All right, over time, a plant population produces more large flowers than small ones. What has happened? Over time should give you a hint here. And that would be natural selection, change in a population over time. The population changed to get larger flowers over time. There are few blank fossils because of their soft bodies. And those are jellyfish. Few jellyfish because of their soft bodies. They don't tend to form fossils well. What evidence is there that T. rex is related to chickens? Now, T. rex is a reptile, definitely, and chickens are birds. Reptiles and birds are very closely related. They both have the claws. The feathers are very similar to kind of the scaly skin of a reptile. Um, on the claws, the birds have some scales as well, so that's another way they're similar. But birds and reptiles are very similar and closely related, which is what this question is about. They have antibody reactions that have shown this. So those are proteins, and how the proteins react shows that these two are closely related, the birds and reptiles, the T. rex and chicken. What was first used as evidence for evolution? So a long time ago, when we didn't know about DNA yet, what was the first thing that was used as evidence for evolution? And basically, lots more evidence has occurred since then or has been found since then. But the first was really just observing nature. So, kind of noticing that certain organisms looked more alike than other organisms, noticing that some organisms um, were different depending on where they lived, that kind of thing. Blank allows traits that help organisms survive to be passed from parents to offspring. Parent to offspring is the key here. All right, that is inheritance, parents to offspring. All right, what would happen if a species' one food source almost died out? Just want to let you know if you're watching this as the part of the retest, the recording is going to cut me off in a few minutes, and that's fine. It's going to cut off suddenly though, and that will be all that will be all of the review. So what you'll just need to do is then do your make sure you've done your review questions part and included the password from this, as well as doing the actual test and submitting it. So if a species' one food source almost died out, some of that species would die because they wouldn't have enough to eat. And so that would mean their population would decrease. Um, some people think organisms would start eating something else. They don't really start eating something else all of a sudden. If they could survive from eating that other thing, they would already be eating it. So they don't just, oh, well, let's just find a different food source. They don't generally do that. This one food source almost dying out would cause the population of whatever eats it to decrease. An index fossil existed at a limited time in history, a fossil lower in rock than it is what? Older, younger, same age? And it is going to cut me off in a minute, but if it's lower in rock, that means it is older. Thank you very much for watching.